Hello everyone, welcome back to our online class. So how are you all today? I hope you are fine and I am fine too. Today I am so happy to be your teacher again. Okay, so before we start our lesson today, can I ask you, have you eaten your breakfast? Already, right? Because now I think it's 8 or 9 o'clock already. So I'm sure that you have already eaten your breakfast. Did you enjoy your breakfast? Did you like your breakfast? Was it delicious? Okay, I hope it was delicious. Okay, so now after you eat your breakfast, let's go to our lesson, right? Let's go to the lesson that we are going to learn or to do today. So before we go to our lesson, can I ask you, what did we learn yesterday? So yesterday you learned with me, right? So what did you learn yesterday? Okay, so yesterday we learned about Grammar Planet 1, right? We did exercise on our Grammar Planet, right? Grammar Planet 1, Unit 7. What is the title of Unit 7? Information question word, right? Okay, but today, according to our schedule, on every Friday we are going to study Listening Starter 1, right? So I hope you have this book all together. Okay, so now last week we studied Listening Starter Unit 7, right? Let's go shopping. And today we are going to continue. And last week you finished Listening Practice 1, right? And today we are going to finish Listening Practice 2 and Listening Practice 3. Okay, so if you have the book, please open your book on page 48 and 49. So this is Listening Practice 2, this is Listening Practice 3, and today we are going to finish these two big exercises. Okay, so as you can see on the whiteboard here, Listening Practice 2 and Listening Practice 3, right? So now let's go to our exercise. So here, what do we call here? So I told you yesterday, before we do the exercise, we have to read the instruction, right? Read the instruction. Can you spell instruction? I-N-S-T-R-U-C-T-I-O-N, right? Instruction. So here we call instruction. Yeah. A, listen and write the note. So you have to listen and then you write. Okay. So here, listening practice 2, we have exercise A and exercise B, right? But before I play the listening for you, let's read all together. Making plans. You know plans? So for example, if you want to do something, you have to have plans. If you don't have plans, what you are going to do might not be successful. Okay, plans. So here one, so we talk about day. Is it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday or Sunday, right? Next what? Next Monday or next Wednesday or next Sunday. Okay, and then meet. So meet here, next to. Is it next to or in front of? And in front of what? Or next to what? So you have to listen and you will know the answer. And then time. Is it 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, right? Okay, so now without any further delay, let's go to listen to our listening all together.
A. Listen and write notes. Do you want to go to the mall next Saturday?
Yes, I want to go to a new and interesting store.
Let's go to the new clothing store. It's next to the shoe store.
Sounds wonderful.
Okay, let's meet in front of the mall at 10 o'clock.
Great! Remember to bring lots of money.
Okay, so now you have listened to the listening. Now let's check the answer all together. So making plans. When? Next. So next what? Next Monday, next Tuesday, next Thursday, next Friday. So what is your answer? So next Saturday, right? Very good. Can you spell Saturday? So S-A-T-U-R-D-A-Y, right? Don't forget, Saturday you have to capitalize the letter S, right? You have to write in big letter. Why? Because month, day, you have to write with capital letter. Like example, Monday, M-O-N-D-A-Y. M, you have to write big M. If you write small m, it will be wrong. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you have to write with big letter. In January until December, you have to write in capital letter too, the first letter. Okay? So when? Next Saturday. Okay, so now let's go to number 2. Meet. Is it next to or in front of? The answer is in front of, right? In front of the what? The mall, right? Can you spell mall? M-A-L-L, right? So next Saturday, in front of the mall. Let's go to the time. So what time is it? It is 10 o'clock, right? Very good. So the answer is Saturday, mall, and then 10, right? So now we finish exercise A of listening practice 2. Let's go to exercise B. Here is the instruction. Listen again and answer the question. So here there are 3 questions, right? Number 1, number 2, and number 3. So before you can answer each question, you have to listen. So now I will play the listening for you again.
A. Listen and write notes. Do you want to go to the mall next Saturday?
Yes, I want to go to a new and interesting store.
Let's go to the new clothing store. It's next to the shoe store.
Sounds wonderful.
Okay, let's meet in front of the mall at 10 o'clock.
Great. Remember to bring lots of money.
Okay, so now you have listened to exercise B. Let's check the answer all together. So question number 1, what kind of store does the girl want to go? What kind of store? Is it a wonderful store? Is it a great store? Is it an interesting store? Or is it an old store? So what does mean wonderful? So wonderful means great, means fantastic, means something that is cool. We call wonderful. Wonderful. So the stress is on the first syllable. Wonderful. Wonderful. So wonderful means great or fantastic or amazing or cool. And then see an interesting store. Here we did interesting. 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 Okay? Interesting. So there are 3 syllables. Interesting. Not interesting, not 4 syllables. We don't read interesting, we read interesting, interesting. So you have to try to pronounce in this way because that is the correct way, right? So an interesting store, an interesting store. Okay, and the last one, an old store. So old is the opposite word of new, right? So we can read new or new. So what is the answer? So what kind of the store does the girl want to go? The answer is letter, you're right, letter C, right? An interesting store. So the girl wants to go to an interesting store. Okay, let's go to number 2. What store does the boy want to go? What store does the boy want to go? So the girl wants to go to an interesting store. How about the boy? A bookstore, a shoe store, a clock store, or a clothing store? A clothing, we did clothing. Okay, so what is your answer? The answer is letter D, right? Clothing. It's raining. Okay, so a clothing store. Let's go to number 3. Why does the boy want to go to that store? So now we know that the boy wants to go to a clothing store, but why? So what is your answer? What is the correct answer that you have listened from the listening? So the correct answer is letter A, right? So A, because it is a new store. Because the boy wants to go to that store because it is a new store, right? Okay. So now we have finished our listening practice 2, letter A and letter B, and now it's time to go to listening practice 3, right? Listening practice 3, we also have two main exercises, A and B. And A, you have to listen and write the correct store for each number. So in this exercise, I will play the listening for you, and then you will see the picture, and you have to listen, and then you have to write the correct store in each number. What is store number 1, number 2, and number 3? And then we will go to exercise B. Listen again and choose T for true and F for false. So here we did true, 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 not true money, right? So here we did true, true. And here we did false, false. Don't forget the S sound, S, right? False, false. Not like F-A-L-L, fall, not fall. We did false. So true, false. So if this sentence is true, you circle letter T. If it is false, you circle letter F, right? And then we will go to the useful expression, which is the last part of our lesson today. But before you can do this exercise, you have to what? You have to listen, right? Now I will play the listening for you, and listen carefully. Okay, let's go.
A. Listen and write the correct store for each number.
Excuse me, where is the bookstore?
Do you want Mike's books or reading time?
Either is fine.
Mike's books is between Sally's shoes and Great Plates.
I know where they are. Where is reading time?
It's across from the food court. It's also next to a clothing store.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. A. Listen and write the correct store for each number.
Excuse me, where is the bookstore?
Do you want Mike's books or reading time?
Either is fine.
Mike's books is between Sally's shoes and Great Plates.
I know where they are. Where is reading time?
It's across from the food court. It's also next to a clothing store.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, so now you have listened to exercise A already, so now let's check the answer. So what is number 1? What is the name of the store, number 1? So number 1 is, it starts with letter R, right? So what is it? Reading time, right? Very good. So reading time. Capital letter. Why capital letter? Because it is the name of the store. So the name of anything we have to write with capital letter. The name of people, the name of place, the name of the store, the name of the country, the name of the city, we have to write in capital letter. If you write small r and small t, it will be wrong because it does not identify the name of the store, so you have to write with the capital letter. Okay, let's go to number 2. So what is number 2? Number 2 starts with letter M, right? And M big because it is the name of the store, right? So what is your answer? Right, Mike's book. Okay, Mike's books. Don't forget S. So number 1, reading time. Number 2, Mike's books. How about the last one? What is the last one? Start with letter G, right? Capital G, and it is, you're right, Great Plates. Okay, so now we have finished our exercise A in listening practice 3. So let's check the answer again. Store number 1, reading time. Store number 2, Mike's books. And store number 3, Great Plates. Now let's go to exercise B. Listen again and choose T for true and F for false. So now I will I will play the listening for you again, and you have to listen and then you circle is it true or false. So sentence number 1, the woman doesn't want to go to the reading time. Number 2, the woman knows where the shoe store. Here is shoe, right? So we have to change W to E, right? Shoe store is not show store. So now you have to listen and you have to decide whether it is true or false. Listen.
A. Listen and write the correct store for each number.
Excuse me, where is the bookstore?
Do you want Mike's books or reading time?
Either is fine.
Mike's books is between Sally's shoes and Great Plates.
I know where they are. Where is reading time?
It's across from the food court. It's also next to a clothing store.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, so now you have listened. Now let's check the answer all together. So number 1, the woman doesn't want to go to reading time. Is it correct? So the answer is false, right? So we have to circle F, false. And number 2, the woman knows where the shoe store is. Is it correct? Is it true? Yes, it is true. So we have to circle letter T, right? Okay, so now we have finished listening practice 2 and listening practice 3, right? You have done a very great job. But can I ask you how many correct answers have you got? Did you get all the correct answers? If you get all, you are brilliant. Brilliant means very good. If you get, most of them correct, but some are wrong, you are still did a very good job, right? So keep going. If you make mistakes, don't worry. Next time you will do better, right? Don't feel unhappy, don't feel upset, don't feel disappointed. When you make mistake today, you have to change that mistake in the future. It means tomorrow, right? Okay, so that's all of our video today, and hope to see you again soon. Goodbye.